You may shoot me with your words. You may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness. But still, like life, I'll rise.
I refuse to accept the view that mankind is so tragically bound to the starless.
Give it up for the host of Black NewsBeat, Dr. Kimeka Campbell!
Hello and welcome to the Black NewsBeat. We are here to talk about all things Juneteenth. We are kicking off with some history, some harmony, and a little holy outrage. Juneteenth is right around the corner, and we've got some PA trivia for you that'll test your roots. I hope our guests are ready. From historic parades to hidden monuments. No spoilers, but if you're from Harrisburg or Philly, you might want to pay attention. Plus, we're going to be talking about Dr. Rosephanie Powell tonight. She's speaking out after her choral work was stolen. It's Giving Colonizer remix, and we're going to talk about that. And in today's weird coincidence, which I love to talk about every single show, it is National Tapioca Day. Ew. Yeah, it's gross. I don't like tapioca at all. But that was what today was. And the question I have for you is, who is eating tapioca and why? I need to know the reason. Because there are so many things you could be eating in the way of pudding, and tapioca is not one of them. Thank you so much. What about banana? What about chocolate pudding? What about some other delicious tasting treats and desserts? Why tapioca, and why is there a national day? Inquiring minds want to know. All right. So if you're watching this while eating pudding and demanding justice for Black women in music, you are officially multitasking for the movement. We have a great show for you tonight. We are talking all things Juneteenth tonight. So tonight we have with us the one, the only, Eris Smallwood. Eris is our parade chair for the Juneteenth celebration. It is our first ever Black parade. So we are so excited. I can't even tell you. It's going to be amazing. And then we also have with us the overall executive co-chair of Juneteenth HBG, Miss Fiordalisa Anna White is here. I wanted to put her names together because people think she's two different people, and she's not. It's Fiordalisa and Anna and White. Or maybe she is. Maybe Fiordalisa comes out when she's ready, and maybe Anna comes out when she's ready. I don't know. But she's here, and we are very excited to have them both, and myself. And we also have in studio with us tonight, Yanni's here, our house manager. She's also the chair of the concert, and that is shaping up very nicely. Shout out to Yanni for all her hard work. And shout out to our headliner who's coming. It's Jadakiss, y'all. So that's exciting. Gibb's here. Yeah. Gib is our production / showrunner / all around Renaissance man. We're happy to have him. Morgan's here. Thank you, Morgan, for pouring my wine. I appreciate you because I needed it after the day I had today. Okay. And last but definitely not least, we have Husband. Basir's here. So we have a great show for you tonight. First, let's get into some hot topic. Let's sweep these streets, see what's going on in the nation and locally as well. Basir was singing the whole music for us, so we knew when to go. That's very cool. So death by character. This keeps happening, you guys, and we have to pay attention. As AI is taking over the scene, we got to pay attention to what's going on with the kids. So this one right here is straight out of a Black Mirror episode with the side of Game of Thrones gone way too far. A judge just greenlit a mother's lawsuit against Character.ai and Google after her 14-year-old son took his own life following an obsession with Daenerys Targaryen, a Daenerys Targaryen chatbot from Game of Thrones. The boy was allegedly seduced, yes, seduced by AI Danny that acted like a lover, a therapist, a fantasy queen, all in one. Allegedly, the bot didn't just ignore his suicidal messages, it egged him on. What? That's scary. Character AI's founders used to work at Google, and even though Google swears they had no hand in this app, right, the court ain't buying it. They're not buying that we're separate but equal excuse, right? So now we're watching the tech world squirming under the legal fire for unleashing unfiltered bots on young minds. Is AI the future? Is it the present? Or is it just our worst fears with Wi-Fi? I'm nervous. Now, this has happened before. There have been a couple of times when this has happened that have been pretty prominent cases where someone has committed, taken their own life after they have interacted with a chatbot over time. So I teach on AI all the time, and I teach proper use, and I teach using AI as a thought partner and not a thought replacement, and also not interacting with AI as a real person. Remember, this is a machine that you're putting things input into, and it's giving you output, and it is also programmed by humans. So you are not interacting with a real thing. That's something I want to say loud and clear. I just finished a series with our group. The name of the group is Next Gen IT Partnership, where we talk to businesses about how to regulate the use of AI in their businesses. So definitely keep an eye on that. And let's go to our next story, because this one's quite interesting. Let's talk about stolen harmony. So renowned composer Dr. Rosephine Powell is calling out Indiana Bible College for stealing her choral work. The Word Was God. Despite her clear authorship and emotional connection to the piece, the college rearranged it and claimed it after being told that she knew about it. While Dr. Powell shares her story on TikTok, some are deflecting with, well, shouldn't all glory go to God? Why are you being so stringent and picky about this? Which I think is so disrespectful. But anyway, ignoring the long legacy of theft from Black creatives, this isn't just about music, it's about justice. Please support Dr. Powell. I shared her story on the Black NewsBeat page. Share her story, and yes, call Indiana Bible College and demand justice for this artist. Now, what I want to say about this is, I belonged to a world-renowned choir for very many years, and they were stealing music too. And it was the same situation. It was a white choral director stealing music from Black people. Yes. And this problem is renowned throughout the world of gospel and white gospel, as I like to say, because gospel originates in the Black church, right? And Eris, when she comes up here, she can correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's right. And this problem happens all the time, not because people don't know they're stealing, but they don't believe that stealing from Black people who also go to church is any kind of wrong. They don't believe it. They don't think that Black folks' music belongs to them and that they authored it and it's theirs. It belongs to the Lord, AKA white people, because the Lord never said that, okay? The Lord said don't steal. That's what he said. Well, isn't that one of the commandments? I thought that was one of the commandments. All right. So definitely shout out to Dr. Powell, composer Dr. Powell, who did that work. And the work is beautiful. If you have a chance, the video is also on the Black NewsBeat page. Please check that out because, baby, people be stealing, but we have the receipts. Dr. Powell, shout out to Dr. Powell's daughter who made her make that TikTok and put her story up. We shared both videos just to make sure that we bring awareness to that. No news outlets are covering it. Indiana Bible College is renowned for their racism and their sexism. So this tracks for them. I remember when I was I grew up in a Pentecostal church, and they were rancid and raggedy back then. Okay, so keep your eye on that story, and we'll watch how that develops. Because baby, I want her to take them to court. That's what I need. I need her to take them right into that court and get her money, because they're profiting off it right now, selling records, selling instances and videos and all this stuff of the music she created and passing it off as their own. Okay, so let's move into media and melanin, because this is also one of my favorites. We already talked about Sinners. I think I done seen Sinners 2 more times since we talked about Sinners. It was good. I saw it before my birthday. I saw it for my birthday, and I think I may have seen it 1 more time after that. There are so many things to catch. It's very good. I'm going to talk about Sinners from now until the end of time. And shout out to Ryan Coogler for being the first repeat work, original work. He is no repeats on him. He did an original work and made back all his money, and is one of the highest grossing films for an original work ever to have happened. Shout out to Ryan Coogler for that. That's lit. That's super lit. So let's talk about Sly Lives, produced and directed by Questlove. He's one of my favorites. Get ready for Sly Lives, a slick crime thriller set in South Central LA, where the retired hustler gets pulled back into the game to protect his family. Okay, I love the plot already. Packed with tension, heart, and heat, this film dives deep into loyalty and legacy. It is out now and it is turning heads, so look for that around. Now, you know what they do with Black films. You know it's not at every theater. So you know you might have to travel a little bit to go see it. But that's okay, because we're going to support people like Questlove, who've been in the game for so long and is now branching out into these other wonderful areas of art and creativity. So I'm a big Questlove fan, so I cannot wait to see this film. Next, we have Golden. This is a powerful coming-of-age drama that follows a young Black gymnast chasing Olympic gold while balancing family, identity, and fierce competition. Wonder which people this could be named, fashioned after, because now we have a couple of world-renowned Black gymnasts that we can probably name this after. Golden hits all the right notes with grit, grace, and growth. It released May 9th. It is already earning praise for its inspiring messages and standout lead performance. Don't miss this journey of resilience, representation, and just quite amazingness and athletic ability. So I definitely recommend those. I'm going to be going to watch them soon. Life has been busy, and I probably watched Sinners too many times to see other movies, but I do recommend that we check those out, and we'll come back and talk about them. Let me know if you've seen them in the chat as well. All right. There's nothing to do in Harrisburg. This is my favorite segment because we are going to talk about all the things there are to do coming up for Juneteenth and the other things that are also percolating in the city. Before we get to Juneteenth, because I'm going to bring up our two special guests to talk about that, I want to let you know about YPOC Happy Hour that's happening at Freshito Bar and Kitchen with our friends at Happy. So it's HAAPI, celebrating Asian and American Island Pacific or American Pacific Islander Month. That is from it's all of May, I believe. Yes, either May 15th to June 15th or all of May. I'm pretty sure it's all of May. So we're celebrating AAPI month with our Harrisburg AAPI crew. Shout out to Ellen and the whole team. We will see you guys, at Freshito. So excited. See you guys at Freshito on tomorrow, actually, the last Thursday of the month. And we have happy hour with YPOC every last Thursday of the month. So we'll be happy to welcome you into the city, into the region, with happy hour. Yay! Woohoo! We made it through the first segment, which is a flash. What time is it? Well, look at us making it through the first segment real fast.
Hey, now you should talk about Color Museum.
I was just gonna say, Gib, what is happening in the region? What is happening at Open Stage? And shout out to Open Stage. This show remains a partnership between YPOC and Open Stage. If you cannot believe it, we are in our 5th season. Gib, what's coming up?
Color Museum by George C. Wolfe.
Yes.
Unbelievable. Just a celebration of the Black experience in America, produced in association with Sankofa, African American.
Woo-hoo! Shout out to Miss Sharia.
Sharia Band in charge of that, and in the show, Sharia is in the show as well.
Yes.
A lot of
John Trey Williams is in the show. We have so many amazing people in the show.
Lots of good people in this cast. The show's great. It opens on Saturday.
Yes.
It runs all for a month after that.
I'm so excited.
Nothing else matters. That's the only
for the whole month of June.
Yep.
Yes. So we get to have Juneteenth, as we're going to talk about. We have Color Museum. I'll be here to see Color Museum. I'm also a member of the Inner Circle. So, and I'm also on the board, but I would still be a member of the Inner Circle. And you should join. You get free, included tickets. You get drops on all the great shows that are coming. And if you're like me, I'm going to use my tickets to see Color Museum this month. So I'm very excited about that. Thank you, Gib. That was great. All right. We are through the first segment, and we will be right back with our very first guest, Miss Anna White, our co-chair of Juneteenth HBG, to tell us about the festivities. We'll be right back.
amazing. I just want to say, shout out to all of you, the community that helped make this night a success and the whole week a success. I love y'all so much.
Clap it up for yourselves one more time. Y'all look amazing out here.
Yeah, y'all look amazing.
Yes.
And the other thing that I want to say is shout out to our sponsors and VIP. I want you guys to remember this feeling. I want you guys to remember how wonderful it feels to celebrate Juneteenth in Harrisburg. We always want to have this, and it's possible because of all of you.
Yes, yes,
It's
yes.
possible because of all of you. So thank you. Enjoy the night. Join my POC. All y'all enjoy my POC. Join us. We're going to do more amazing things like this for Harrisburg, for the region, and for the whole state.
And welcome back to the Black News Beat. We are so excited to be here. We have a very special guest, one of my very dearest and bestest friends in the entire world, and also the co-chair of Juneteenth HBG, 3 years running, or
Wow.
4? Is it 4? 3 or 4?
3.5.
It's been a bunch.
Yeah, 3 and impossible.
Yes, please welcome Ms. Anna White. Yes. So hi, you know.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi.
Well, you look
I'm
nice.
good.
Okay, you look great. We have been trucking away. It's been trials, tribulations, and some successes. So yeah, let's talk about the week. Let's talk about Juneteenth. The first question I have for you is, why do you keep coming back? It's a lot of work, and we be working. So why do you keep coming back to this celebration?
You know, I'll say specifically for this year with the climate and what's happening in the world, I think it's important for us to rededicate ourselves to the things that really, truly matter and to really double down on our advocacy on things that are important. So, you know, I always come back for a good time. And I think that being able to, you know, co-chair and assist in this big production that we do every year is always important. But specifically this year, I think for me, it's the purpose, right? And reigniting the why and reminding people of what the why is behind Juneteenth. It's not just entertainment. It's about us recognizing and seeing ourselves in the history, in the movement, in the resilience, in the economic development. And I think sometimes edutainment, you lose a lot of that. But I think especially what's happening in 2025, it was just important for me to be able to still be a voice for reminding people of our why behind Juneteenth.
And it's been difficult, I think, because folks are really nervous about DEI, right? Everything is DEI and fear and a lot of trepidation. Yeah. And I think forging ahead in that climate is not something that I think we're even cognizant of, that we're actually doing it in real time, right? Yeah. Like we are going ahead with this in a climate that is not friendly to Black celebration. We see it at Harvard. We see it at people cutting out affinity graduations, cutting out Black alumni reunions, cutting out all these things that were sponsored by universities and communities across the country. And here we are just trucking on, still doing something like Juneteenth.
And feeling the effects of it in real time. I remember last time we were on this stage, we were talking about thank you to all the sponsors. It's like we go through a full segment of sponsors, right? But I think it makes the sponsors and the people that are reinvesting in Juneteenth that much more special. I think it helps us take our jobs seriously and not for granted. Oh my God. And I think that we're experiencing this in real time with a group of people to show them how to organize and move through even in the space of difficulty. And a lot of times you don't get to organize in real time in the middle of a movement, right? Like you're always just forging ahead and things are calm. So it's important for not only us to do this in real time, but to show other people other community leaders that are doing their work, how
100%.
we move through these difficult times.
And you mentioned sponsors, and I did want to bring that up because I'm really proud of the fact that even though we have had a couple of drop-offs, to be very quite honest, with sponsorships, and people reducing the amounts they're giving. We've had some sponsors go from like $25,000 to $5,000, right? Because everybody's trying to support but not raise any flags. Everybody's trying to be a part of it but not, set off. They want to support us, but they're terrified of their own futures.
Right.
So I just want to shout out those sponsors in the middle of this. Shout out to Penn State Health, Harrisburg Fringe Festival, Next Gen IT Partnership, and the Tech Connect, Hamilton Health Center, McNeese, Penn Live, Highmark, iHeartRadio, Harrisburg University, Train with Jen A, City of Harrisburg, sponsoring and a big partner on the parade. We're going to talk to Eris about that. Aetna, UPMC, UPMC Health Plan, Explore HBG, part of Visit Harrisburg Hershey, the Foundation for Enhancing Communities, Zero Day, TE, Respect Together. Shout out to our very good friends over there, and Yolanda Edgerton, their CEO, M&T Bank, Belco, Capital Blue Cross, Penny, and the Rotary Club. And those are the folks just so far that have told us that they are helping, and we have people coming every week. So I love to celebrate that because even in the midst of things really changing, like it's been, I have really transitioned into doing a lot of the sponsorship ads, and it's been scary. Shout out to Dauphin County for underwriting a lot of our work. Shout out to folks who will hit me up on the low and be like, well, here go $500. You know what I mean? It's every penny counts.
And there's still time.
And there's still time to give. Exactly. There's still time to sponsor. There's still time to be a part of this. We want you all to know that we appreciate the love too. Like, it helps us know that we can go on. The money helps, but also just the support. Having the names alone is such a big help, because when people see that these are the folks that are supporting us, they're less scared. We were at Arts Fest this weekend, and we had the banner up, and I looked at that banner, and over 85% of the sponsors are coming back. So it felt scary in the moment, right? But it wasn't as scary. So tell me one of the hardest things about planning Juneteenth and what happens.
Okay. Hard question, feels like a setup.
It is a setup.
If I'm honest, I think one of the things that we're all working through, and we continue to say, is that Juneteenth is a collaborative affair. And I think that the misconception is that people in the city of Harrisburg cannot work together. And while that is true for a couple of things, I think what we continue to try to do is to gather people under this umbrella more and more in this collaborative space. So Juneteenth, Harrisburg has become this thing where existing leaders, emerging leaders, interns or kids, babies, right? They're watching how this week-long production happens, and people just want to be a part of something where you're understanding the power of community and bringing community in. So I think that the hardest part is when we have groups of people that come together, is getting out of our own way, right? And really subscribing to this idea that collaboration is the standard, right? And it is the driving force of how we do community. It's hard at first because it's not something we subscribe to every day.
It's hard at first.
It's hard in the middle. It's hard at the end. It's hard when we talk about it. It's hard when we debrief. But I think it's because, like, as we do this work specifically for Juneteenth, we're debunking and dismantling things during the planning process, right? We're changing ideology. We're reconstructing what it means to work and what teamwork looks like across agencies and things like that. So I think the hardest part is just trying to be consistent in that and not fall into the thing of, all right, well, I guess it is true, right? But like really waking up and being intentional about, all right, we promised community. We have to deliver community. We promised collaboration. We have to deliver collaboration. And whatever that looks like, it doesn't always look like how I would imagine it at the end, but I can see that it's working. So even though it's not sometimes it's a bummer because I wanted to look a certain way, but that's a me thing. I want to think at the end, lovey-dovey. Yeah, there's always something about the week that reminds me like, oh wow, we did that and we're doing that together. Yeah. So yeah.
And
but it hurts.
It does hurt. It's a lot of growing pains. And you know, it's also why we do the Kohado piece, right? We have been intentional about trying to reformat how we think about leadership and how we think about why we're doing what we're doing, so that we don't fall into hierarchical gatekeeping bullshit. And that has been something that I think has worked for us. Yeah. No matter what's happening, that one thing has seemed to resonate with people, that we are actually working towards a shared leadership model that we don't see a lot of places.
Yeah, and sometimes we can fall into it, right? Because we're trying to exercise a new muscle that doesn't exist in our everyday fold, I think. So we'll have a Juneteenth moment, but then we're going into these everyday lives and all of our positions that may not necessarily align with Kohado. So I think that's the growing pain, is as we're trying to change ideology, it hurts, right? It comes with a lot of energy, but I'm hopeful because every year there's a new group of people and people are coming back into the leadership positions. So it highlights and represents a community of leaders that are willing to step into the space of collaboration in a really genuine way.
Absolutely right. So last thing, what would you tell people who have never been to a Juneteenth celebration? How would you describe it to them and why they should come?
All of the days are lit. I would say Juneteenth is for everyone. And you know how people are like, oh, you'll find something in that. But really, truly, if you're not, if you don't consider yourself an arts person, still come to the art event because there's something that will speak to you. If you're not a Soma party person, concert person, we develop each and every day in a way that truly represents a lot of different aspects of what it means to be in Black and Brown communities. So we're discussing economic development, civic education, and all of these different pillars and just incorporating all of that into the entire week. But I truly think that there's something for everyone. It's family friendly. It's been an experience each and every time. And the more that we show up for each other, I think the more that we are able to expand on programming. So if you've never been to Juneteenth Harrisburg, I think I would just say it's a movement. It's an experience. It's like a baby love fest, right? It's only for a week. We're in community, right? And I think now more than ever, if you haven't been and are in a desire to be in community, that is where I would suggest that you're at in June.
Absolutely. So let's go through the week. What do you say, Jan?
Legacy in action.
Legacy in action. That is exactly this year. Yep. So we're gonna go through the week. Okay. And you're gonna tell me what you think. You know, kind of give me your idea. So first of all, the week is June 14th to 21st. So that is something you should know. We are starting off, and Eris is coming to talk about the very first Black Parade, Juneteenth HBG. That is going to be historical. Shout out to Mayor Wanda Williams for working with us over the months to get this, over the finish line, because it is the first. And it is not without its challenges, but we are doing this because we love our community. That is the thread that pulls everything through. Monday's our press conference, and our Juneteenth HBG and iHeart Vibe Check Tailgate. That's new.
Tailgate, yes. So I would say, yes, it's going to be an amazing concert. We always love when celebrities come into town, but come to the tailgate. I know a lot of people are like, well, I'm not going to the actual concert. We don't care. Just come to the tailgate, right? And then just drive home. But I think that it's nice that iHeart continues to partnership with us, and a tailgate experience that's just our own. It's going to be dope.
And you can BYOB to the tailgate, BYOF, bring your own food.
You got a DJ there.
We have a stage, DJ, local acts and everything.
Yeah, it's a fun time.
Gonna be lit. It's gonna be really good. And it's gonna be in the tailgate lot at Hershey Stadium. So super cool. Tuesday, we have our VIP reception and Topics Tuesday. Shout out to Basir. And we are very excited to be hosting it for the VIP reception for the first time at Culture & Co.
Yes, shout out to Elise, Culture & Co.
Elise at the Culture & Co.
Yeah, the VIP reception is going to be an opportunity for us to speak to the individuals that are coming to the summit. So if you're a part of an organization, if you are in a space of, politics, even if you're not, and just want to have a VIP reception experience to have a closer, more intimate conversation with the people that are going to be in the summit, I would suggest going to the VIP reception.
Facts. Wednesday is our 4th annual Juneteenth HBG Summit. Where does the time go?
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's amazing. And we have a lot coming up for that as well.
The speakers are always great.
Yeah.
The food is always amazing. Shout out to Harrisburg University for giving us the space again. I like a good all-day conference.
Facts.
Yeah. So I like the fact that we're committed to that full day experience and then giving people a chance to come in the evening if they aren't able to do the full day. But the full day is packed with amazing speakers and vendors. So I'm always excited about that.
Absolutely.
That's the nerd in me that really just likes the conference. So yeah,
I love it.
It'll be a nice experience.
I think so. And Elise is doing, she has curated a wonderful group of presenters to give us a real true experience that lines up with, emancipation and liberation. And so that's really exciting, and abolition, and really celebrating how far we've come since abolition, starting in Pennsylvania. I always tell everybody, abolition starts in PA as a state in the recognized union at the time, and it starts the 85-year march towards freedom that ends in Galveston, Texas. That is why we do this. That is the crux of it, is connecting Pennsylvania to that national landscape. Thursday, we have Juneteenth Jubilee. Yeah, it's going to be great.
It's always a vibe. We changed the time to make sure that people can come. Yeah. Because last year we thought it was too long. And
we
people
did.
Were like, no, I'm coming, right? It was super hot. We had
it was hot.
A lot of people there.
We had over 1,500 people come to Juneteenth Jubilee.
Record numbers. So the Jubilee is always a vibe.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah, and this year's going to be at Soldiers Grove.
Soldiers Grove, yep.
So
it's got another, I think it's Sailors and Soldiers. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Y'all know.
Something like that. Yeah. So it's going to be at Soldiers Grove. We're going to have vendors. We're going to have some performances, vendor village performances, and just a general great time. We had a wonderful time. A DJ, DJ Bach is our DJ for the whole week, actually.
If you're interested in vending at that one, but at any of the other locations, we're still open for vendors because a lot of people are interested in vending. So this is one of the last calls. To be able to position yourself in one of the week-long events to be able to vend.
Facts. And then Friday, we have our Juneteenth Soma Block Party and Taste of Black Harrisburg, which is going to be amazing.
I'm excited for this one because I bailed out last year. Last year I couldn't hang on the whole week, right? So I missed the block party last year, and everybody was like, no, it was an experience.
It was an experience.
It very much gave block party, and I'm very jealous, but I'm excited because the Taste of Black Harrisburg is really aimed at highlighting a lot of the Black and Brown organizations that service food and restaurants and caterers in the area. So I think that's the first time we're doing a Black
Taste. Yep,
a Black Harrisburg. So I'm super excited, and we're partnering with Breadcoin. So that's going to be an experience to make sure that people are educated about the benefits of Breadcoin. So I'm just excited to do all the new things and see how the city reacts to the new things we're doing.
And we try to give the anchor events, but also then pull in some new elements because the city's always evolving, and we should also be evolving, right? So I think that's pretty cool. And last but not least, we are ending with the concert, and we are moving venues this year. We are at HMAC.
We are at HMAC this year.
And I know y'all got some problems with HMAC. We know. We've heard you. We heard your concerns. We are taking over the whole building. So we have the whole place to ourselves, and we do not anticipate any issues. And we got Yanni on it, so we ain't worried. You know what I'm saying?
They were very excited, very gracious. So, I think also the thing about the city is being able to move around, right? And people are very excited to have Juneteenth programming and events because they know that we deliver on bringing people.
Delivering a quality experience.
So I think in us being able to go to a new location, it gives us a different experience. It gives the audience a different experience. Hopefully it's one of those long-standing relationships, whether it's the concert or not, we'll have, to be able to have programming down the line. So
and shout out to them. As soon as we were like, we want to have Juneteenth, they were like, say no more. They jumped on it. So that was very exciting. And we're thankful for Rock Nation for working with us too, getting Jadakiss here. These things are so important to us, building these relationships. And we want you to know, Harrisburg, we are working for you on that. You know what I'm saying? We're making sure that we are doing that work and building these relationships because Harrisburg deserves, right?
Yeah.
No matter what we say about what's happening, Harrisburg deserves.
I think when we evolve and we do this every year, we're just trying to really hone in on the fact that you don't have to leave.
Yeah.
If you create programming in the city, if you get the buy-in, if you get the investment and people's dedication to this programming and not just like a start and stop. If you continue to do things, you don't have to leave. You can reinvent, recreate, and bring things into the city so that you don't feel like you have to escape your hometown. You just make the experiences right here in your own backyard.
And I want you guys not to say this year, well, this doesn't feel like Harrisburg, right? When you have a great experience at these events, we hear that all the time. This is Harrisburg. Hashtag this is Harrisburg. Hashtag we can have a lot of fun here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really excited about the experience.
I don't want to hear that we have too many things going on this week.
I also don't want to hear that. Don't want to hear that.
It's always a catch-22. If we don't have enough,
it's not enough or it's too much.
Or it's too much.
So just come to what you can come to and just be like, you know what, I missed it and I have FOMO, but don't tell us it's too many things, okay? Because y'all literally complain every week how it's nothing to do.
Please go to JuneteenthHBG.com to see about volunteers, vendors, Eventbrite. Grab all your tickets. I know everybody's it's free, but still we want to be able to count because data matters. And money that goes with the data matters. So yes, it is free, but please sign up. Please get your tickets. Please get all of the tickets.
Please download your tickets.
Please go to JuneteenthHBG.com. Please go to the Eventbrite. Make sure that you're registering for these events. Make sure that you're paying the very, very low cost of these concert tickets.
Yes, honey,
you're not going to find Jadakiss tickets
for $20 anywhere.
Your VIP tickets are almost running out.
Yes,
so
they are.
Please head over. So, when they are gone, they are gone.
We got no more.
You will not be calling. You will not be DMing.
We ain't got no more. Okay.
Threatening.
Do not call me personally and put aside two tickets for me
I don't
in
have
VIP.
Them.
We ain't got it. We ain't got it because we just ain't got it.
And
all right.
It is now May. And also it is now May. So you have plenty of time to go to PennDOT because it is going to require you to have an ID is 21 and up. So you plenty of time to go to PennDOT because every time I'm in the line, I'm hearing like, oh, an ID. So I'm really excited to just remind everyone that you do need an ID. And I think it's going to be a good time. I think HVAC is going to be full. We have our local acts. And I just think it's going to be a bop the whole week.
A whole bop. It's going to be amazing. That's great. Thank you, Anna, for being here and also for always being my, counterpart go-to, being able to talk to you. You're a wonderful friend. And I'm very happy that we get to do this together for another year.
Likewise, buddy.
Yeah.
So, and I'm excited to see everybody there. We'll be there the whole week. And just, if you want to vend, if you have any questions, reach out to us. And we're just here to make sure everything goes. And shout out to all of the pillars. Shout out to all of the leadership that's behind this entire week. Everybody's doing amazing.
It's a big effort. It's a big effort.
Yeah. So I'm really excited that they're excited and we're excited to share it with the community. So
yeah. Thanks you,
for
Anna.
Having me.
And this has been great. Thank you again. And we'll be right back with our next guest, Miss Eris Smallwood. See you in a sec.
I'm just gonna apply some pressure, okay?
When minutes matter, you have the power to save a life. Learn more at minutesmatter.upmc.org.
Leslie Avila just published her book, Journey to Freedom, and states, if you love women, read this book. And if you hate women, read this book as well. Have you ever seen such eyes? These eyes so wise, these eyes that mesmerize. You're invited to grab a cup of delicious, delightful hot tea while you read this book in order to enjoy to its maximum capacity. Welcome to my delightful world. I invite you to leave your world behind and step into mine for just a period of time. This book was written for you. You can purchase it now at delightisfull.com.
And she been doing like floats and like she did. Oh, sorry. Well, Welcome back. We are here with the one, the only Miss Eris Smallwood. Hi, Eris.
Hello.
Eris is our parade chief of CEO. I'm gonna call her the parade CEO because I've never seen somebody dive into. Eris does singer songs. She's done amazing stuff around the city. But this parade, she said in the beginning, it was going to stretch her abilities, and it sure has. But I've never seen anybody rise to the occasion like this.
Thank you.
Pretty amazing.
I appreciate
Very
that.
amazing. So how are you doing?
I'm okay.
We are.
I'm hanging in there.
Yeah, we are. Oh my God, 2.5 weeks away.
Yes.
Which is crazy. Can you remember when we started this in January? We said we didn't have enough time then.
No, right. We felt like, we were behind the ball then, but I think we're at a good place. Yeah. We're at 65, actually 66 registered organizations. Yeah. And even more organizations that donated. Yeah. Vendors that signed up. So I'm really, really, really excited about how the community at large is rallying around this idea of a parade.
And I think people are excited because, first of all, I just want to shout out your promo. Your promo videos have been phenomenal.
Yeah,
like it's the mind of the creative for me. Like the way that you're able to capture the spirit of Harrisburg, using the Capitol, right? Because I think one of the things that we see with Harrisburg residents is that they feel disconnected from the Capitol.
Yeah.
So this is really beautiful to see the way that there's so much Blackness that is going to be surrounding and really just enveloping the Capitol. So I'm really excited about that.
Right. And, I think as a Harrisburg native, I think we think of the state Capitol as like a tourist attraction or a tourist destination. But the real goal behind the parade is for there to be Black pride centered around local Black culture, local Black history. Not only be proud to be Black, but be proud to be Black and from Harrisburg.
Be Black and from Harrisburg and Black in Harrisburg. Because people always try to think about Harrisburg like, oh, it's a pit stop. Right. Or, but this is one of the most rich cultural destinations and living places in the country.
Yeah.
It truly is. It truly, truly is. So tell me about what has inspired you on this journey to plan a parade, and what are you drawing from in order to really do what you're doing?
From a personal perspective, it's just about me pushing my boundaries. That's just personally. And there's nothing better to do that than my love of the community. Mm-hmm. That's my real driving force. I think I would have probably quit back in January.
It's a fact. If you didn't love the community.
Right. Fact. If I didn't love the community and actually want to see it happen. Yeah. I have this vision in my head. I get this vision in my head of what I want something to be. And I just power through that thing. If you have a vision and you don't act on it, I feel like that's you're doing a disservice to yourself. You got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in your dreams. You have to believe in your capability to move that vision forward.
Absolutely.
I feel, I'm a religious person. I feel like if God gave you the idea, then it's okay to act on it.
And this was your idea. You brought this idea to the mayor.
I did. We've been talking about this idea
for years
and years and years, and the stars just aligned for us to have it this year. Yeah. The city of Harrisburg YPLC and all the powers that be sat down together and agreed unanimously.
Yeah, absolutely right. It's a fact. It's a
That's
fact.
a big thing. That's a big deal.
That's a big deal. That's a big deal.
Big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it, again, not without its challenges, but the fact that we've actually gotten over a lot of hurdles to this point. Whew.
Yeah.
Lord. Because, honey, the hurdles. Okay. We won't talk about that.
Yeah.
But the hurdles. So you have been organizing music and cultural events in this community for how long?
Oh my goodness. For a long time. Yeah. I can't even put a number to it.
Well, I know Singers Lounge just turned 9.
Yes.
In February.
Yes. Singers Lounge turned 9. But I've been involved behind the scenes
way before I started the Singers
in
Lounge.
so many things.
Yeah, like so I think maybe like 15 years.
Wow.
Like, you know, I was one of the founding members of the Weekender. Like I've been involved like with many like the cultural fest behind the scenes and just like a whole lot. I think my kind of passion is creating quality free programming and affordable programming, because I feel like a lot of programming that happens in the city is not geared toward being economically responsible. And it's important for me to keep, you know, even with the Singers Lounge, for me to keep my prices to a certain price point, because I want people who you know, are economically disadvantaged to understand like that there can be quality programming for you as well. Like, and you can support local talent while you do it. You know, like you don't have to be well off to enjoy yourself. Like
Harrisburg deserves, right? Harrisburg deserves. We deserve quality. We deserve culture. We deserve all these different things. And I think that's a sentiment that not a lot of people hold, which sucks. Right. Like a lot of people think of Harrisburg and say, well, you know, it's just a little rinky-dink town. You know, it's a city mess, but it's really a small town. And well, you know, people just have all these weird kind of ways they talk about Harrisburg. So to have somebody like you here, truly to have somebody like you here who's doing Singers Lounge, not doing the parade, and doing all the other multitude of things you do, is a blessing, right? Because a lot of people leave here because they don't want to get left behind people here. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a joy. So tell us what we can look forward to with the parade.
A good old Black time.
Period.
Think of like block party vibes, and you just like us cheering each other on. That's what I want to hone in on. Like, you know, like just creating a space for us to clap. You own a Black business. You own a nonprofit. Woo! Yes. You know, you wanna enter the parade and you know, dress up as a princess. Good for you. Like, you're Black. Yes. Good for you. You know, like just like encouraging and supporting each other, like and it being no being like people. Black people have depth. You get what I'm saying? Like every organization has its own mission, its own, you know, unique stamp on this city. And we aren't all the same. We variety. Like, I think this is the perfect time for us to display, like, just, you know, the depth of Blackness in its entirety. We think different things, we subscribe to different core beliefs, but ultimately, you know, like, we can come together and we can support one another, and it'd be fun, and it'd be, you know, good for the community.
It'd be amazing for the community. So I know we are running out of time for entrants and vendors. So tell us how people, if they still want to enter, when are we closing that off?
The hard deadline is May 31st.
Done. We are done.
That's it. That's it.
We got 65 participants, and we thought we were going to be hurting for the 65. We did.
We did. Y'all had us worried there for a minute.
Because Harrisburg, y'all know, y'all come out, y'all peek y'all head out, and then come back 3 weeks later, and that's what happened. So,
right.
That's what happened. And then what are the parade details? When are we starting and all that?
So the lineup for parade participants will be at 10 a.m. In Soldiers Grove, and then we will start the parade at noon, and then just go through the parade processional.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we got 3 great hosts. We got the best DJ in the city.
Yes, we do.
We got some really, really great community organizations participating. We got, you know, Black Greek lettered organizations. We have marching bands. We have drill teams. We have dance teams. We have cheerleading squads. We have, you know, youth organizations participating.
People are building floats.
Yeah.
I'm building a float for the
Yeah.
Singers Lounge. So it's really nice.
This is going to be
It's gonna be
amazing.
nice.
And again, Harrisburg deserves. We deserve this. This is something beautiful that we deserve. Any last parting words you want to tell folks to encourage them to support? Come on.
No, I think I said it all, but just come.
That's come.
Yes,
Come outside.
Please come.
Yeah.
Please come.
We outside, right? We outside for this
Yeah.
parade. All right. We will be right back with our two guests with the Triple Juicy Trivia. So we'll be right back in a few seconds. See you soon. We'll be ready for the
Calling all members of the Greater Harrisburg community. We need you. We would love for you to join the YPOC and become a part of our leadership team. Would you like to join our board and get great perks and access in the community? Think about it and let us know. We'd love for you to contact us as soon as possible if you are ready. You can email us at info@ypoc-hbg.org.
All right. Well, we are. Oh. All right, we're back. Welcome to Last Lap, and we're going to do a little bit of Juneteenth trivia and get on out of here. Let's do question number one is a history check. Now we are doing Juneteenth in Pennsylvania, so please don't ask me to do Juneteenth in other places. In Pennsylvania, this is Pennsylvania trivia. All right, ready? Okay. Pennsylvania City became the first in the state to recognize Juneteenth as an official holiday.
Multiple choice.
This is not multiple choice. Sorry. Very obvious answer, but no. Yes.
Oh,
Pittsburgh actually has the longest standing Juneteenth celebration, but it was not a recognized city. Yes. Philadelphia. First one. Yep.
shout out to Philadelphia.
Next, in what year did Pennsylvania officially recognize Juneteenth as a state holiday? Officially recognized it as a state holiday.
2020.
We're close.
2020.
2020. Yep, 2020. Okay. All right, 1-1. We're 1-1. All right. Modern movement in Harrisburg. In 2024, Harrisburg hosted one of the largest Juneteenth celebrations to date. What local group helped lead the festivities, combining education, music, and community outreach?
YPOC.
YPOC! That was a great. Okay. That was a plug for YPOC. Now for the real question. Aha. Okay. Parade path during this year's first ever Juneteenth parade in Harrisburg, which important monument? Honoring a historically Black neighborhood displaced by state government expansion, will the procession pass? What is the name of the monument?
What's the name of the monument?
Yes. Don't nobody know. The three people is not the name. Thank you.
No, that's what we're talking
Yes,
about.
the three people.
Not. There's work to do.
Nope.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
She did tell me before.
The A4 monument.
That is close. That is not the name of the monument, though. We all call it that. We all call it the A4 monument. It is not. Listen, Anderson been naming monuments. Those are all monuments. Do you give up?
Yes.
The monument name is A Gathering at the Crossroads. A Gathering. Yes. So now you have known a little bit of Juneteenth history. Also, some of the things you didn't cover was the Old Age Ward had two prominent underground railroad stops. That is something too. So when the parade route is going past again the crossroads, it shows you a map of the old Eighth Ward, and it's prominent figures who were in the old Eighth Ward at the time. We have past places at the parade, and I think one other place in there. So we are very excited about that. And yeah, congratulations, Ty. Okay, maybe it wasn't a real question, but you didn't know it, so I'm gonna give it to her because you were like, I don't know who it is.
That question's too obvious.
It was too obvious. So thank you guys for tuning in tonight. That is all we have tonight. We're excited about Juneteenth. Join us for happy hour tomorrow. If you want to know more, we'll be at the Freshito bar and kitchen. I didn't even know they had a bar and kitchen. Basir, what's the address? What does it say? Because it's too far. I can't see. 217 Egg Drive up there off of Lewistown Road. Yep. So, okay, bar and kitchen. Al, we see you. We see you, Freshito. Okay, we're going to be over there. So we're excited about that. Every month we have happy hour, but we are prepping for Juneteenth. We're going to be back next time with a performance and we will see you soon. As I say at the end of every show, big up yourself. Hold on. Clap for yourself. You're the reason why we do this. You're the reason why we have the show, and we are celebrating Harrisburg, the flora and fauna of the city. We will see you in a couple of weeks. Good night. See you later. Bye.
You may shoot me with your words. You may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness. But still, like life, I'll rise.
I refuse to accept the view that mankind is so tragically bound to the stars.
First episode. Goodbye.
Yeah, she said.